Take a second to think about how many meetings are on your calendar today. How many of them ran long or probably will run long? And will you still need a follow-up meeting to talk about what you covered at another meeting? Do you ever find yourself in meetings that you probably don't need to be at, taking up some time that you could be spending on other tasks? We've all been there. That's why we're here to help. In the next few minutes, my colleague Randy and I will walk you through some of the ways to get more out of your meetings and more out of your day.
That's right, Mayor. The first thing to think about when you're planning to meet is, should this be a meeting? Maybe it's better as a call, an email, or just an IM. Here are some quick things to ask yourself. What are we trying to accomplish? Who is critical to this discussion? That doesn't mean every person affected by the topic or who has an opinion, but the people with the most important insight or the ones most directly impacted. And how important is this discussion in the context of everything else on people's calendars? A certain topic may be a high priority for you, perhaps a medium priority for someone else on your invite list.
If the main goal is to share information, maybe you can do that by email. Let everyone know what kind of a response you need and give them a deadline, a specific time and day. That lets them control when to focus on the topic as part of their busy week. If you're looking for input from just a few people, consider using email, IM, or quick individual phone calls. Or can you create a survey and send that out instead?
Let's say you've walked through these considerations and thought about the alternatives, such as email, IM, or one-off conversations, and decide this really is meeting worthy. Sometimes meetings are the best way to get things done. But there are some things you can do to make progress and save people's time. One is to think about who should be at your meeting. You may have heard of the Jeff Bezos 2-pizza rule. If you need more than 2 pizzas to feed the room, then you've invited too many people to your meeting.
Right. When you pack a conference room or a video chat screen, it can be counterproductive. It's more likely the meeting will get off track. People may lose focus and not be present for the entire discussion. And it's less likely that everyone's voice will be heard. Overall, it may not be as productive as a well-planned meeting.
Here are some questions to ask before you send off that invite to everyone in your contact list. Who is most directly involved in the topic? Is the guest list repetitive? Maybe you're inviting 3 people from the same department when one can represent them all and report back the highlights. Is somebody involved in just one small portion of the topic? Maybe you can structure the agenda so they're only needed for a few minutes. And is there somebody who just isn't needed but would benefit from a follow-up with recap notes from the meeting?
Another thing to think about before you finalize the calendar invite: how long should this meeting be? I mean, realistically. Sometimes we just go into our old habits of scheduling for an hour or a half hour. But a best practice at many organizations is to stick to 25 minutes or 45 minutes. This gives everybody time for a break or to catch up on email. It also ensures that if you have another meeting back-to-back, you can arrive and start on time. Now, it might seem tough to stay within those time limits, but we have some tools, strategies, and methods we'll share in the other parts of this course.
Here's a quick review of some of the things we've talked about. How to determine if a meeting should really be a meeting. How to decide who gets invited. And scheduling shorter meetings, virtual or in person, so everybody has more time in their days.
As soon as this video wraps up, take a minute to write down at least 3 things you've noticed from recent meetings. Think about what works well and what needs improvement. Bring it up to your coworkers and see how you can work together to create more time in your day. For more tools and strategies, and for more efficient meetings, check out this course on mariannaswallow.com.